Yeah, I've never messed with them, but yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Airstud. Yeah, so I'm just gonna repeat that. Yeah, so welcome to the stream today. We're at Chicago Midway. We're gonna be going down to Louisville, Kentucky, then up to Minneapolis, and the Louisville to Minneapolis. It's not a real life, real world operations with Southwest. And neither do they fly the A32NX, but we'll do with that until the PMDG 737 arrives. So let's. Okay, so I got this in the EFB. Let's see. I'm checking out the MCDU on the tablet, so I can actually punch it in. And we got some. Take a look just quickly outside. Got some flurries. You got like the snow ice effect on my plane, but then some of the planes will have a little bit of white on top, but I don't think it's actually snow. I think it's part of the textures. Yeah, it's part of the textures of the planes that come with the airport. But this is Drozwicki Designs Midway. Let's go to the top. Start power. Let me know in the chat if it's if the sounds are too loud, and if it's the music or if it's the engines, because I can't tell from my side. I think I have a. Then what we'll do is I'll do an unboxing of the Tobii Gaming eye tracker once we get to Louisville, pretty much at the midway point. But the box just came in today, so do an unboxing of that. Won't be able to try it on this flight, but the next one. Oh, I thought I had a checklist for the A32NX, but it's the CRJ I have. see. Quick. Oh. I think it's a beginner's guide. So I haven't flown in this aircraft in a while. I do know that once I'm up in the air, take off the APU bleed. Actually, not even up in the air. It's once you've pushed back, make sure the APU bleeds off, or else you're not gonna notice it. But if you're on a couple of legs, your plane is the battery is just gonna shut right off. Manual planning. That's fine. Starting the aircraft. Oh yeah, the batteries. Let's get those started. Because we got the external power. The battery. Oh. Wait for one. Sounds fine. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Let's go right back up to the overhead. Available. And I am using the multi-panel today. Got that set up with the SpadNX software. I'll try it sometime soon. I think because there's now new drivers for it, it should be able to integrate directly. Actually, the thing is even with a direct integration into Microsoft Flight Simulator with this, you still can't adjust the buttons and stuff for it, or like you can't customize it. So I'd rather just keep it with SpadNX, and SpadNX picks up the aircraft. Okay, so that. A minute. And I've got Joe here with me, so he's in another Southwest A32NX, the fake 737. Joe, so what I've done is I've put the external power, batteries are on, then I started the APU, put the crew supply on, air supply, and then I put the aider to nav.
Yep.
And all my pumps are now on, fuel pumps.
Did you load fuel in the EFB?
No. Do it in the EFB?
Well, if you want to finish up here, strobes to auto, nav and logo on.
Okay.
But yeah, if you go up to the clipboard, on the left. No, in the EFB. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, it's delayed.
Yeah, the delay. Yeah, external. Oh yeah, yeah. Just click on the fuel.
Oh, go to the clipboard on the left, the icon.
Yep.
Top left. And then the third tab. It's the clipboard below the flyby. Yeah, below the fly-by-wire.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm on ground, so I can call the fuel truck.
If you want, you don't have to do that though. You can go to the clipboard icon on this. It's the second one on the left.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, second one, and then yes, okay, now I remember. And then I just put in what I have in SimBrief. The block
Correct.
fuel. Block fuel 10,000 093, which ends up being less, so I'll take the fuel out. Yeah, because I used to do that right in the MCDU, but you can do that here. Okay. I'll go over to.
First thing you want to do there is go to the MCDU menu and then Atsu and load your passengers if you haven't.
Okay, Atsu.
MCDU menu button. AOC menu. Weight and balance, WB.
Okay.
And then send.
Send and then start.
Correct. So you can change the speed at which the passengers board in the EFB and also how fast your fuel gets loaded.
Okay.
Because this takes a little while. You might want to change it to instant or fast.
Okay.
Just a suggestion. The settings icon on bottom left. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I was thinking of the CRJ. I thought I had to calibrate the throttle, but I don't have to do that in here. I should put some de-icing.
I don't know if we have any, do they?
It's compass light.
Oh, the anti-ice is above your lights.
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
And probe window heat, you probably want to turn that to on instead of auto because my windshield's iced up.
Yeah, same here.
And anyway, if I was going through here, I'd put my strobes on auto, nav and logo on, overhead integrated light I would turn up to the left of the APU master.
Strobes on auto, beacon.
Beacon on since you have your APU on.
Okay, nav and logo is on.
Yeah, and then over there, the integrated light to the right, the knob,
Yep.
and then ice indicator and standby compass on, dome light, bright or dim, whichever. And then below that, the arm emergency lights,
Yep. Arm, and then
and then no smoking on auto and seatbelts on.
okay.
Yep. I don't know what we're getting all these faults about here.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah, I do have faults.
External power. Oh,
Yeah, external
it's
power
on.
is on.
You're good. And then when you're ready to push, you want to have your bleed on, and
Yeah, put the bleed on. Go back to. Okay. Yeah. W. Don't I have to put something in for flight number?
it's optional.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of CRJ to when you're pulling in the stuff from SimBrief over.
You want to go? Yeah, if you made a sim brief, did you
Yeah.
make a sim brief?
Yeah, I did a SimBrief. So it's
Okay, so then you go to the init page.
yeah, and then it would be company route.
No, you just do initial request. Oh, it's already in there. You're good.
Yeah, the from two is there.
Cruise flight level didn't transfer over, but you might want to put that in.
Yeah. 350.
And it'll fill in the temp automatically.
Cost index. Because they give you the cost index, right? Yeah, on SimBrief.
Yeah, on SimBrief. It's CI. Up at the 15 is generally a safe.
Okay. Oh.
So if you click on your zero, yeah, you did that, and then put in your block fuel, which is 10.0, basically. And then it will calculate your weights. And then you want to go to perf.
Perf and then fuel on.
Put in 1 for the flaps.
Okay.
And then do your respeeds.
Okay. These speeds are done.
And then did you set up your departure and arrival information?
What? No.
Okay, flight plan. There is no SID. There's no SID for midway, so it's vectors.
Okay.
So you don't really. We just need to tell it what runway you're taking off from. So you click the left side key next to KMDW, and then then click departure.
Which runway?
3-1 center is what what they're using in real life, and
okay, 3-1
what
center.
I got.
One center. Because there's 2 SIDs, but it's,
Yeah, you don't need any.
no SID. Okay.
Yeah. So once we take off, it's like climb to. Usually, if that sim was doing it, climb to 4,000 feet. Then they would vector you, and then we can do a direct to that first waypoint.
Okay.
When we're in the air, that dent.
And I guess just look for discontinuity. What?
Well, we want to do your arrival information.
Okay.
So click on next to KSDF.
Yeah. Arrival, and then ILS. Where are we?
I got 30 left, I think it was, or 35 left.
Okay, 35 left. Is that it?
Yeah, 35 left.
35 left. Okay.
And then it'll ask you for your, yeah, you got the star and the transition.
Yeah, which one do you have? I have Prison
Yeah, I got that too.
5, okay. Because it's got me Prison 5, 17 left. But in the McDo, I'll change the navigraphs over to 35.
Yeah.
Approach via
Novia.
okay.
And then it's Ramsey is the transition on the right. Yep. Now you could go through and you kind of want the first discontinuity there because that's when we're going to do vectors.
Okay.
I think you're good on that.
Okay.
And we can deal with it in the air.
Sure. You said Ramsey? Is that Dave Ramsey?
Who knows?
Who knows?
They do have themes on these stars. And then I'd like to turn up my lights there, the eCam upper display, lower display.
Yeah. Yeah, because I find even during the daytime, even the lights during the daytime is good.
Yeah. And then you want to activate constraints up there on the...
Oh yeah, constraints.
And set your initial altitude, maybe something like 4,000. Then I typically come down to my lower panel, lower middle panel. Oh, and don't forget to set your barometer with the B key if you want.
Yep.
And then see that weather radar? It's not a big deal, but up to the left of the speed brake, put that on auto. Down in the lower middle panel. And so this developer version actually has a working TCAS, meaning it will take over your plane and make it avoid traffic.
Okay.
So when you go down to the middle panel, there's the TCAS panel on the right. Bottom right.
Yeah, okay. Standby auto and on?
Yeah, I would put it to auto. And then go down to the very bottom right corner and put it to TA only. That will prevent it from actually taking control of the plane.
Where was the weather?
Weather radar's over to the left on that same row. And it's got PWS, it says in op in red.
Okay.
But if you just switch that left bottom switch to auto.
PWS?
Yeah. Predictive wind shear.
Okay.
And then I like to arm my speed, or my
Speed brake?
speed brake. Yeah.
Yeah, I want okay. That reminds me.
We gotta.
I've got to flip my profile over to twin engine.
Yeah, fly-by-wire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the Yoke is on twin engine, but in here it says single engine types.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's my speed brake, and then okay, and you said arm. Okay.
And so you can go up. What I would do now, if I would do my pushback.
Okay.
So I would turn off external power, make sure my bleed's on, turn off external power, push back. While I'm pushing back, start the engine, the first engine.
Okay. And my my windshield is still.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
it'll work itself out.
Okay, it's sort of going away.
Yeah, mine's completely gone now, cleared.
APU bleed. It's now on. I can take off external power at this point.
Yep.
Cockpit to
I
ground.
think you're good to push.
This is ground. Stand by.
You go to your external view, you should see your pushback. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, trucks coming in. And where RM31, okay. Should take out my
Or you're welcome to follow me if you want.
Okay.
Sir, the bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft. Standing by for pushback.
Oh, that's why I'm in drone.
start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
I just love that sound.
I know, me too. They really did a great job with the sounds.
Yeah.
I was flying the default on the landing challenge the other day and realized how much better the sounds are in the fly-by-wire.
Yeah.
We're gonna want to go to the right, I guess. So you want to.
Okay. Yeah.
So once you're done taxiing, then you just want to set your auto brakes to max, turn off your APU, turn on your taxi lights.
Oh, air stud in his Tomcat. Okay, stop.
Oh, hey, air stud.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
That's good.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Probably your runway turn off light too.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Clear to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you.
Yeah,
and
so I-
goodbye.
Turn off the APU bleed.
Do I also turn off the APU or do I keep that?
It'll go off on its own once you
Okay,
turn off the
okay.
master.
Yeah, because I did that. Okay.
It stays available for a little bit.
Runway turn on, and where's my taxi? Taxi. There we go.
Next to the APU start button. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Is Air
yeah.
Stud gonna lead it out there?
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Cool.
Hmm. Is that now? Nice.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that was my fault.
Hmm.
Alright. Hey, you go ahead. Yeah, because my rudder pedal trying to turn left was very
Iffy.
yeah, like just wasn't moving, and then all of a sudden it just like stopped.
I guess after we take off, we could do a kind of a climbing right turn and see downtown Chicago, and then we'll go direct to that first waypoint after the
Okay.
discontinuity.
Yeah, rudder pedals. They've never failed me before. Not,
Did I just go ahead and take off?
yeah, go ahead, take off.
Steering on this plane is little.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it the ice?
Might be.
Yeah, it definitely could well be. Now, if I had the Toby on right now, I'd be able to take a look to see where I can cross. I gotta figure something out for the reverse thrust so I can have more leeway with the throttle. Because right now, if I go to 0, I'm actually into reverse. Or I actually might have changed something, but I don't know. I gotta take a look at the controls again on this. But yeah, next week I'll be doing some more flying. Figure out
B1. Rotate. Guess we won't see the city because it's pretty cloudy.
Yeah. Yeah, I really think there's like an ice feature with this or something. Because I go to push to go towards the right, and then it just like slides right over. Check. Okay. Oops. Oh, I didn't do the... Auto brakes, max. Science on, check.
You're good to go. Yeah.
Yeah, these rudder pedals. Something's happening.
Are you going to be able to take off?
Yeah, I'll be able to take off. It's just not, I'm not on the perfect line.
Yeah.
Could have did that earlier, but oh well. Pulling up the gear. Yeah, you want.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work for me either.
I was gonna say you want right, but no, I see you're right ahead of me at 10,000.
Yep.
Do you see Airstat at all?
I do not see him right this minute, but there's a bunch of name tags, so.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Still Snow White. Or like Frosted a Snowman. It's walking at me for something. Spoiler siren, seatbelts. Yeah, for overspeed.
Are your flaps up?
Yeah. Flaps
Okay,
are
good.
up. I was gonna say, I didn't see any warning lights. But once I press on the master warning, it went away. Hey Lars, how's it going? Your beautiful country sent me a parcel from Sweden. A Tobii eye tracker. So I'll do a unboxing once we get to Louisville. Take a look at that. And then I'll have it set up for next week. I might try it out later on tonight in iRacing, but I don't think I'm gonna race in it tomorrow. I don't want to lose a position because of that. Or crash out. Okay, so I'm wondering if I had like an engine failure. Oh yeah, because oh yeah, because that alarm would have reset everything, my autopilot. That's why my nose is going up. Hey, it's up, gears up, and then I can take off my taxi lights.
And then you can go to direct on your McDo and go to your next waypoint. And then it'll follow the plan.
Yeah, because it's going to Frizen. I go to the wing and I see Airstead just dropping. Let's go to it almost seems like the flap is open. Go back to the cockpit and see what's going on.
Yeah, let's see your screens.
Wheels up. Yeah. PSI is 408. On the engine? Yeah, that's fine.
What's the problem, if there is one?
No, I don't think there's a problem anymore. The only thing is the icing is it's still all iced up.
Mm.
Like I look like a snowman. Because the problem was when I after I heard all those like alarm bells going off, I was then like, well, why am I slowing down? But then I realized, okay, yeah, it's because hey, the autopilot, hey, autopilot's off again.
Is your throttle in the right detent, the climb detent?
Yep.
Okay. So autopilot back on and then everything in managed.
Yeah, everything is in.
Cool. You want to probably dial your altitude up to 35,000.
Yeah. No, it won't.
And then push it up again. Yeah. Click the auto throttle button below the autopilot.
There we go. Nope. Still. Go select. No. That's weird. Because I know when it's on managed, you got the dot, but yeah, there's no dot.
Yeah, that's.
Could be a bug, but normally it's fine. But,
Yeah.
But we're on it experimental. Never know.
Never know. It's really gotten better though.
Yeah, a lot better.
They've made a lot of progress. I can't wait for VNav.
Yeah, and the thing is they've been able to do such like great work with this, and then like I don't trust any kind of plane that comes out from Microsoft, like the F-18. Yeah, no. The Velociraptor, whatever. It's almost like a raptor.
Yeah, that thing is.
It's
weird.
it's just trash. Like everything's in-op, and then you get the Reno Air Races. Well, yeah, you can have the 40 variants of 4 planes, but a lot of the stuff is in-op. And do you think they're ever gonna make stuff op? No. That's where like, so there's definitely the freeware stuff that's great, but then there's I saw like Captain Sim, the 746. Well, the 746 is based off of the 747. Uses some of the same systems. So you're paying $40 US for a plane that really it's the shell that's made, but they're still using Microsoft's default stuff. I'm like, no, if I'm gonna pay $40, I want it all done. It maybe not to the extent of like PMDG, but you know.
Yeah, the basics need to work.
Yeah. And they have to work properly, and the textures need to be there. So, I wonder if I'm like grabbing. No, not really. But yeah, barometer. Oh, there he is. I can just see the tip of his nose. You forget your landing gear. It's just the way that Microsoft shows us the other planes. Just weird. Like you'd think that it would show up as like his gears up, but it's showing his gears down. And I liked how, it was a couple of months ago now that they've added the 3 wing cameras on each side. So you can have a front, on, and behind the wing. It's nice.
Let the people go to the bathroom briefly.
Yeah. Oh, Cheddar Bob's here. The Tomcat.
One of the nice things you can do is add screenshots with the Lanta Premium.
Okay. Yeah, but because I
Post one.
Because I remember we did that. I think with Mountain or the other guy. Because we were going to Jackson Hole, and then we could see. Because because I can see you on here. Because you're a little west from me, so if I go on to my right wing, I should be able to see you from a distance.
And you can click on my plane and see my flight plan.
Okay, yeah, I see Airstud's there, and then Joe. Then there's something blue face. Yeah, because last night I clicked on your profile and I was like, 450 hours on Valenta? Wow. But yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Let's enable moving maps.
You can see I can draw on your map because we're in a party together.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hold up.
There's our descent zone. Top of descent.
Actually, my top of descent is coming up now.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I'm a little late. Down to, we're supposed to be at the waypoint for is at 11,000 feet. At least in my plan.
Yeah, because in mine it doesn't show any altitudes.
You know,
until,
it didn't bring in that restriction, but if you look at your Navigraph chart, if you have it handy,
Yeah.
of the star, you'll see that there's a mandatory 11,250 knot restriction at waypoint.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't come into the MCDU correctly, and I don't know if that's a Navigraph thing or Microsoft thing or a fly-by-wire thing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna change to ILS runway 35 left
Yeah.
on final.
Yep.
And yeah, I am.
Oh, there's Airstud.
Yeah.
Somebody flew by me. Nice.
Yeah, there's Airstud and Cheddar Bob's up in the air.
Whoever just went by me, I didn't have a name tag.
Ramsey. Okay, so I'm getting it to go direct to Ramsey because
Cool.
I'm off of my flight plan, but it was going direct to Friesen,
Ah.
and that way I can take out my chart and see any restrictions. So at Friesen, yeah, Friesen 250, 11. Okay. Yeah, because if you look in if you click on Friesen, it'll tell you 250 and then flight level 100, although it's 110.
What do you click on? Oh, I see. Yeah.
And when you click it, because I tried to add the speed and altitude, so I'm not sure if it's gonna do it on its own or I don't think so. But
Pretty much not. Yet you're gonna need to. It will not start descending on its own, so you need to probably start descending down to.
okay.
That will be when VNav comes. It'll automatically be able to do that.
Okay, so yeah, I put it in to bring it down to 250. But actually, I have gotta put it to select.
Yeah. It only right now occasionally follows the speed constraints. You got to just keep an eye on it if you're doing managed.
Okay.
If you have any questions, feel free to
Okay.
let me know.
Yeah, Southwest said they just purchased some A320s.
They did?
Yeah, they did. But news today, and they hired Sizzling Popcorn and Joe as their first pilots for it.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, it's a new division. It's the Ryanair division of Southwest. Toby Eye Tracker is good only when you approach the airport or you want to see something on your left or right. I deactivate when I manipulate instrument. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that because, yeah, and the thing is you can toggle that on and off.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to your opinion on that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, no. Son of a gun.
What?
CTD.
Oh no.
Yeah. Alright,
Well, I'll meet you at Louisville. You can do your unboxing.
Yeah, I'll do my unboxing. I'll get to Louisville.
Bummer. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Hey, wait. With Valenta, would I be able to keep on with the flight?
You know what? You could give it a try. So it depends on the complexity of the plane.
Okay.
I've found it'll get you in the air, but some things for me have been a little, let's say, not smooth with saving it or restarting a saved flight.
Okay. No, I'm not even gonna try it.
Yeah.
But I can see on Valenta my flight path. Okay, yeah, it's off from yours, but it ends up like it curves, goes back, and then it curves some more. It's not a straight line. It's like all these curves. Normal. Now I gotta try to figure out what. All right. Well, while that is getting ready, let's just do it. Let's go. Gotta get it like a. Too bright. All right, here we go. Do the Toby unboxing. Yeah, because I was expecting this to come in on Monday, and
Oh, that's great.
And this morning I was like, it's here. It's out for delivery. I had like breakfast and just finishing breakfast, and I look out the front door. The guy's right there. But this stupid thing was that you could see me like unlocking the door like through the glass. You can see that, but he still rings the doorbell. Like, all right,
Just to wake the baby up. That's
Yeah.
nice.
yeah. But she was awake anyways. But yeah. Unless he really didn't see me. Maybe his mask was covering his eyes. I don't know. Good tape job. I'm breaking the box. Oh no. Oh yes. All right, it's over. We got my my air bubble bags.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's embarrassing. There we go. One in the pot. Oh, okay, no. Still got some air left for my son later on. Oh. That's all it is. Just a box. Somehow it tracks your eyes through the cardboard. And that's when he cuts his finger off. Yeah. Do I get my TCA Yoke yet? No, they snubbed me. Like they never responded to me. I and like Thrustmaster talked to the guy throughout the whole Flight Sim Expo, and he gives me his business card, send him an email, and then no reply, send him a follow-up, no reply, give him a call, voicemail, and no reply. And I was like, whatever, move on.
Dang.
Yeah. But the good thing is I got the velocity out of all that from Turtle Beach.
It looks real nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Like I find with all of them, there's good points, and then there's like bad points or like things that are like missing or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
like yes, this is like there's no there's like compared to the Alpha Yoke when you move it around, there's like a little bit of like pressure. This there really isn't any, but like it's very light and like smooth, but at the same time you might like it might not always be perfect with the sim, but there's like the backlit panel that like tells you your master warning and all that. That's great. Although they don't work yet because we're waiting for Microsoft. But I think once that works, it'll be great. And then also your buttons, like let's say for landing gear, when I press that, it should then change colors or let you know that, okay, your landing gear is up or down. But that's not working. Also, they're all waiting for Microsoft. But that should happen very, very soon. I know they said soon back in November, but soon might be this November. I don't know. Just like everyone with the hashtag soon. In iRacing, there was a track in Japan that they had scanned and said was coming soon, and I think it took like almost 10 years. I think it was like 6 years since they had said coming soon, and it finally came like 6 years later. So like the running joke is hashtag soon. Now I don't know how to operate my own knife. It's because I don't use it. So train, stream, and game. Because the other thing is if I was a Twitch streamer, you would then be able to. I would have an overlay that could then show exactly what I'm looking at on the screen. So you know, if I was like, I did this a couple of years ago, but I was racing at Phoenix Raceway in like a NASCAR series in iRacing, and I said, "Hey guys, look up in turn 3. On the mountain, there's a topless woman." And there's one guy's like, "What? Where?" And then he crashes into the wall. I'm like, you dimwit. Ah, okay. So it's a strap you put around your head. No. So this would actually fit. I think it's on top or below your monitor. And there's like, I think it's like 6 cameras, because you got, I think it's 2 over here, 2, and then 2, and then a little sensor.
You have to wear something on your head?
No.
It just watches your eyes?
Yeah, your eyes and your head movement, and you can choose that, like in Trucking Simulator, American Truck or Euro Truck, just to look side to side. You can have it so it tracks your head movement, but then you can then have it tracking your eyes or doing the I think it's a 6 DOF degrees of 6 degrees of, I don't know, something. Yeah, so you can move like as if I was to move in, it would move in. But I'll show that off next week in some streams and videos. But yeah, you can turn it off at points when you don't need it, or you're trying to, like in my case, if I'm looking off screen, I don't want the camera to, the in-game camera to look off to one side. I think this is a get started. And it's all. Oh no! No, it's the mounting bracket. This would be for below the monitor, but it's USB. and it looks quite simple to set up. I think it's then afterwards it's configuring it in the software. What I've heard is with some games it's you're doing it in the Toby software, and other games are right there in the game that you do your configuration. All right, so I'm going to go to Louisville. You guys are all at Louisville, or Joel, you're almost there?
Almost there, yeah.
Yeah, the F-14s are there. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with E6. Oh, that's a cargo. It's cargo also. Yeah, because Louisville, that's FedEx or UPS?
UPS, yeah.
Okay, UPS. Okay,
Their main headquarters.
I'll go with B5. B5, and that's good. Okay, fly. Take the screen off my face. Two for two with butters on it. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, because Midnight Maverick with your Boeing yoke. Yes, okay, it's for Boeing, but if you fly the Twin Otter with it, I think it'd be also good. But if you're like in the Freedom Fox, you don't even need a yoke. You just use a joystick because in the plane it's just a stick. But yeah, Twin Otter would be great. On final at oh yeah, air stuff. We changed that at the last minute. We didn't go to St. Louis. We went to Louisville. You can probably get there before I even start up. Off runway. Oops, I went to. No, Cheddar Bob. It's at KSDF. Yeah, KSDF. Just gonna make a new flight plan. KSDF, and Minnesota is
KMSP.
KMSP.
For Minneapolis, St. Paul, yeah.
Okay, and then generate. Yeah, this is
Up
weird.
to touchdown.
Okay. I got KSDF, but then the plane has KMDW.
weird.
But-
You might just want to do a new one.
That works. So that's it. Yeah, Minnesota. So, Kilo Mike, Sierra Papa. Just gonna add it to the Fly Live. Yeah, and what I was thinking of next week was because Monday night we'll do a bush flight, but then the rest of the week it'll be like daytime streams. So what I was thinking of flying from Sweden, from Aslan to Leipzig, and then Leipzig to Hamilton, Ontario, and then Hamilton to Halifax to simulate the flight that the Toby did. Let's see, and I actually thought it was going to be Toronto, but then I found out DHL's a big sorting facility is actually in Hamilton, and I actually saw there was a flight from Leipzig to Hamilton, so then I knew it was the right stuff. Not New Kids on the Block, but it was the right stuff. Okay, so that is done. Have SpadNX working? Okay, so overhead, put the external power on. Battery 1. Battery 2. And APU master switch is on. We'll get that started. Let the crew supply some oxygen, because they're definitely going to need some oxygen. We'll get the adheres to nav. Lights on. We'll get the anti-ice on. We'll smoke on auto. Seatbelt sign. Put that on. Yeah, I find it is nice to be able to touch the MCDU, but I also I think I'd have to get used to it, because I'm so used to clicking it with my mouse than to turn around and look at the but it's also good because then I don't have to have a pop-out screen to then see the MCDU when you're up in the air to see where you're at. We'll get the barometer set. Get the lights all brightened up. There's a plane taxiing over my head. I don't know what's he running around upstairs with. That's good. Yeah, because it was at my in-laws for last couple of days, so I saw my mother-in-law posted a video and he's out in the snow, and I'm like, man, you guys like live in the North Pole? Like, they're only like half hour away, but it's like they got tons of snow. They got at least a foot of snow on the ground. I'm like, here I can see the grass. Just so weird. Actually, that's a little too
Not for
bright.
long, right? You're gonna get a good storm.
Yeah, yeah, tonight, tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't lose my power. That's what happened last time.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Because then Andy's gonna be my Belgian teammate. He's gonna be like, "Where's popcorn? Where's popcorn?" And eat him into the race. So that lights are all done. Let's go. Okay, this is KM. Block fuel. Runway 45 left. has strep. It's not COVID, it's strep throat here.
Yeah.
Transition. Gordo. Flap 1-5. This is a half for runway 22. Yeah, blue. KMXD? Runway. My bet, because I see there's no ILS, there's RNAV. Better take that than Yoke.
What runway are you landing on?
It's saying 22 at KMS.
The real ATIS is 30 left.
Result
And there is an ILS. Yeah, this plane can't do the RNAV. You'd have to do it manually.
Okay.
So I would probably switch to the other runway.
Okay.
And do the ILS 30 left with the Hampton transition. Let me double check their real world, what they're really doing.
You said Hampton?
Yeah.
Hampton starred? Because I don't. Oh, it's because
No, the star is called Blue M4.
Yeah, Blue M4. Okay. But I actually have the approach as low. Hold on.
Oh yeah, click next to that Yoke 3L. And then click KMSP again.
It was.
Arrival.
You said 30 left, right?
Right.
Or 0 left?
ILS 30 left.
Okay. And blue.
Blue M.
Yeah.
And then Hampton.
Yeah.
And then Hampton, actually.
Hampton?
Yeah, HAPTN. And then Minoso is the transition
Okay. Most.
named after the baseball player, I think. Minnie Minoso. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I'm just gonna change that over here. Approaches. Hampton. Minosa. Okay. Yeah. That's good. Are any of you planning on getting the Fokker Monday?
Ooh, I didn't know it was coming out.
Yeah, they. I think it's on Tuesday because it's the same day as the Australian World Update. No, it won't be free because it's a local legend, so it'll be like $15-20 probably. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's the next one after the JU-52. But yeah, that's the Fokker's the Southern Cross one. I'm not into the older planes because
Me neither.
they'll then come out with the Antonov was supposed to come out, but now there's a licensing issue that they have to wait for. So they're bringing the next one, which is like Beechcraft from Coronado, but it's like an older plane. I think the first transatlantic Beechcraft from Iberia. So that one is the Beechcraft something, and I'm like, nah. And again, anything from that comes from, actually, it doesn't come from Asobo, so those are fine. But it's like the F-18, not so much. What am I doing? Should be almost ready here. Yeah, I think I should be almost ready.
This time I'll let you taxi first. Did you get 3-5 left for takeoff?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 3-5 left for takeoff.
Great. I really enjoy this Aerosoft Simple Traffic add-on.
Yes. Because
Full of UPS planes here, as it should be.
Oh yeah, I see that. Let's see.
The initial altitude is 5,000 here at Louisville, according to the SID.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I don't know if you need your anti-ice on.
Check EFB. -2.
Is it -2?
Yeah, -2 Celsius.
Oh,
And then
okay.
Minnesota,
Incorrected.
or actually,
Oh, yeah.
because here it shows the it's +2, but then with the
Dew point is -2.
okay, that's okay, dew point, and then we're going into -15 up in Minnesota. It's always
If you
like,
click on the icons button, you can change it to a regular MEDAR.
okay,
readout.
yeah, because I saw
That
they
just added that feature.
yeah, they just added it. That's all good. I think I'm good for pushback.
All right.
Overhead, APU bleed is on. I got faults on Gen 1, Gen 2, but that's because the engines aren't on.
Correct.
And
You might want to clear out that anti-ice. But again, it's personal preference.
okay, to take it off.
Yeah, it doesn't really affect this plane, but in real life, I don't think you want it on because if you don't need it, it takes
Okay.
power.
Sounds good.
As you know, I'm not a real pilot.
yeah.
I just watch videos.
Is there a nose wheel thing?
It's just when you go to taxi, it's the farthest one on the right. Oh, you mean nose wheel steering?
yeah.
Yeah, it's automatic.
Oh, it's automatic. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's below your speed brakes, or not your speed brakes, your auto brakes.
Auto brakes.
Over
I should
there.
put that on max. And Yeah. Okay. Push back. Let's push this thing back.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Man, that pushback add-on is so great.
Oh yeah.
That ambitious pilots.
It's one of the best things out there.
Yep. He said he was going to
sir.
update it soon
Bypass pins
with new
installed,
features.
All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment
Okay.
is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft. Standing by for pushback. Please set parking brakes.
You live in Minnesota. I'll wave when you fly over, Adam. Yeah, Airstud's gonna spend $100 today, Canadian. So that's about like $5 US on planes. Let's do.
Cockpit to
I
ground.
wish.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We are cleared for start and push.
I'd be up there on
Okay,
vacation.
cleared for
Oh,
push start.
they probably
Yeah.
wouldn't let me in, but
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
It's just slower. That's so. You always start engine 2 first and then 1?
I do.
Okay, okay. We're going to 35 left. Okay, got some taxiing to do. Technically paid for my $100 plane spending spree with his tax. Oh, UPS is going by. Yep, because that would be simple traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's like, yeah, because it's moving. Yeah, that's crazy.
And you're in your Southwest livery on my screen.
Yeah. APU bleed. up. I see you guys. You're on my to the left. If my rudder pedals work fine this time, I think it will then make me think that in Chicago it was because of the ice.
Yeah, it could be. I have the real ice effects turned off
Yeah, same here.
because you can't really do anything about it.
And there was a bug anyways when your plane would ice up and there would be that added weight that once it cleared up, the weight would still stay there.
Yeah.
So then that's why I ended up turning it off. Should be good. Oh. Stop.
Pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Alright, here we go.
Is your speed brake set to max?
Yeah.
Okay. Those things in blue there are what it wants you to check before takeoff.
Spoilers armed. Get spoilers armed. Signs on.
If it's in blue, that means you need to change it.
If it's in blue, I need to change it?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes
Before takeoff. I mean, maybe during your taxi you can. It looks like maybe your flaps. There you go.
slots not in
There you go.
takeoff config. Cabin. So spoilers are.
So it wants you to pull up the little handle on the speed brake.
Yeah. And then overhead, I need to call calls forward.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Okay.
All green.
Okay. Slowly move. No. Yeah, there's something.
Yeah, maybe you might need to, after you're done flying, calibrate those rudder pedals in the fly-by-wire EFB. I'm not sure because I don't have pedals.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because there's something funky going on here. Because like I have to hold it left, and then all of a sudden it then goes way over. I'm gonna take this one.
Go ahead, Cheddar.
Oh yeah. Now it's It's taking its sweet time to. Then all of a sudden he then completely turns right on me. Follow you.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Okay. I was gonna let you go. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go on this other taxiway to let you go in front of me so you can take off first.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna pause it right now because I can't even control these rudders. I'm just gonna.
Sure.
Because it's frustrating. It's like a drunk Santa going down the taxiway.
Yeah. Mine's wonky too. I think it might be something in the fly-by-wire that's exacerbating it.
Just went back to default. That's weird. Cause even with the change, I still get it going like back and forth. Now it's going straight, so that's somewhat good. Oh, 2. Seriously. Someone just watching the stream for the first time would be like, man, never watching that guy ever again.
They don't like to have fun then.
Yeah. If that's the case, you might as well just move on. I saw in the Valenta Discord last night. People were like talking about Captain Canada and just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like thinking, yeah, all right, why don't you try to do the same thing? Why don't you stream?
Yeah.
It's like, stop saying that you watched a guy and you cringe like he's all cringe. It's like, yeah, why don't you fly on screen and I'll be cringing. And if they're real pilots, I'd probably be cringing if I was on their plane.
Yeah.
Wait, is this Southwest or is this Ryanair? Not sure.
I don't know much about Ryanair, but people kind of seem to make jokes about it.
But
what is the problem with it, or the reputation?
I think it's because it's all like rough landings and stuff like that. But the thing with that is, I've seen a YouTuber, Mansoor or something like that. He's a pilot, and he explains why Ryanair is like that. It's because they go to small airports, and
yeah,
because
they gotta get the plane down.
Yeah, they gotta get the plane down, and it's rough, like rough runways or whatever. Or they're in areas where there's weather that affects the landing. What? Just hope I can go down the down here fine, but I'll probably be in the grass.
Try to put it in heading mode.
The what?
See if that works.
Which
you
mode?
Could turn on autopilot and do heading and see if it'll hold the heading on the runway. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But the runway heading is exactly 350. You wanna Try dialing that in and then
Yeah, 350. All right, here we go. Flaps are on. Oh. All right, we're going for a field trip.
whatever it takes.
Yeah,
The show must go on.
that's right. Takeoff inhibit. All right, we're on to AP. You're up.
Traffic.
1,000.
You're not there in the mold of grass. Oh, I thought this was a farm simulator. My mistake. Let's put some damage. I think I'm going up to 380. is like a sanitizer thing. Before you put the glue it on, stick it on.
It looks nice.
Yeah. Oh, there's... There's cheddar. Try to move camera back.
How do you get to those views?
Go into your camera showcase.
Okay.
And then they're like at 11 to like 19 or 20.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Get an email from the power company saying that they've applied for a rate increase for 2022, 2023, and 2024. And that is the first general rate application we filed since 2012. I couldn't give a shit. I don't want to pay more. If I'm gonna pay more, you better start putting some power lines or figuring out stuff to put it underground rather than up in the air. Because like the snowstorm happens, oh, power outage. Summertime, oh, the salt from the ocean it corroded the power lines. Well, power outage, and it's like what?
Do you have your, did you do a direct to strep or a Gordo?
Oh, no.
Because it looks like you're going off course a little bit.
Yeah, because what's the next?
Gordo.
Next one's Gordo? Okay, yeah, I'll do a direct to Gordo.
Great.
There we go. Yeah. I definitely do like this MCDU. The big do like this. Because like I don't even have to go back into the cockpit to like change that. It's done. Like if you have like even if you have like a second screen, you can have it open up in that second screen. I think that's cheddar bob on the side. Yeah, because you can do it on an iPhone, like you can do it on lots, because it's via a web browser and then a server that's set up on your PC. And you can have it set up so that it automatically starts up when Flight Simulator starts. But yeah, it's a nice feature. What I'll do is I'll do a tutorial on it.
Yeah, because I don't even know how to do that.
And then I'll bring in some people. Yeah, because I saw there's a program that I use like for all like the keywords and stuff within for YouTube. And in the Facebook group, someone was like, you know, I can barely do one video a week, and my other channels in my niche, they're doing several videos a week, and they're doing like short news videos. And you know, should I do that? And then how does that affect your like advertising revenue? And someone was like, oh, don't worry about it, blah, blah. I'm like, no. Number one, for your first question, news items will bring the people in. I'm like, because my marketplace update, I stopped it for about a month, but then I'm like, no, I need to go back to it because that's what drives traffic. So then I then recommended this person, rather than do like a news video every day, because you're gonna burn yourself out, just do one, but then do a second video of like something that answers a question, so that the news stuff brings the people in, and then the answering the question keeps people coming back. Like they're watching a second video like with a little bit more meat than just news. So but then I said, like, on the revenue side, if his videos were under 8 minutes anyways, you have no mid-roll ads, so there's really no difference in revenue. Your revenue is just trying to get people to watch right to the end of the videos, so you make them as long as they need to be. Because like some of my videos, I start off at like 10 minutes. By the time I'm done editing, it's like 4 minutes. But it's like, it takes like about 6 hours of editing, because it's like you want to edit out like maybe like ums or ahs or like big pauses or stuff that really doesn't matter to the video. But hope that helped that person out and anyone else that's watching. But what was it? Earlier this week, I was like, do I go back to Twitch, do some stuff on Twitch? And I'm like, no, just leave it all on here. Yeah, I could bring in a different audience, but just, I think all my settings for like streaming would be different between YouTube and Twitch. So I'd have to constantly be watching my settings.
This is cool. I've got the McDo on my phone.
Yeah. So right now, on my way to Gordo. Will Airways.
How many miles?
Miles. 99.
Okay. I'm 96.
Okay. Will Airways, thanks for the sub. Yes, the Toby code does work. Yeah, because I can see you off my my left wing. You're at
Nice.
29,000. And yeah, I'm about to hit 29,000. 29,000 subscribers. Come on, guys. No, it's just feet. Imagine that, like as I'm taking off from like 0, and then I'm going up to 38,000, and the number of subscribers as I'm going up just keeps going up with the. It'd be crazy. Looks like I'll be buying it earlier than I. Oh. Yeah, thanks, Airstud. Yeah, so if you don't know, I do get a cut from it, but you're not paying the cut, and you're getting a discount, so it's all win-win. Helping support the channel, helping Tiny Tim, you know, maybe for supper rather than 2 P's, you might get a 3rd P. Is that what it was? Tiny Tim from Christmas Carol? Because of Scrooge took all the... Didn't want to pay the guy? Or Mickey? Thanks for paying your taxes, yeah. Yeah, I was hoping I could say that also, you know, thank you everyone for paying your taxes, but no. If you haven't paid your taxes, let me know and I'll help you to pay your taxes. I'm not going to pay them for you. I'll just file it for you. Back to the drawing board. Yeah.
You should pay part of them.
No, you pay me.
That would be full service.
Yeah, full. So how about this? If you pay me $2,000, I will do your return, and I'll also pay your $100 tax bill. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, because I was actually telling my wife, I'm like, so 2 years ago is when I got laid off, and I started doing taxes. But that first year, all I did was T1s, which is personal tax return. And like I just had like a handful of clients. Then last year, those handful of clients ended up referring me to others. And then I ended up having my first corporate tax. So a T2 corporate return. So now this year, because tax season starts really end of February, but it really will only start like beginning of March when like people start getting their slips and stuff. But I've already had people reaching out to me, and then one's like, yeah, can you do her mother passed away in September, you know, can you do the taxes? And in that case, there's like 2 tax forms. You got the regular personal, but then you got the T3. So I'm like, man, it's like I'm like, every year I'm just upgrading. And I'm like, my wife's like,
learning.
Yeah, she's like, next year, are you gonna be doing T4s? I'm like, oh, T4s are actually your income slip for like a salary. I've done those in the past, but like, and then last year I did T5s for like dividends. But it was just like, yeah, it's like a progression every year. But now this year I want to do, I definitely need to expand. So I've got another channel that I started like 7-8 months ago, like my personal channel. But I only did the first video. I never did a follow-up. I just said I was gonna do something on like accounting and financial planning, all that kind of stuff, which is my background. So But then now I'm like, no, next week I need to start doing some videos to bring people across Canada to me, other than Quebec, because Quebec is it's a different can of worms over there. Because all the taxes in Quebec don't go to Revenue Canada. It's all done through Revenue Quebec. And so yeah, it's different, and I'm like, I'll do the rest of the country. So yeah, looking to try to generate more so that, hey, you know, I can do this and I can do taxes. But while I continue to look for something else, just in case my wife's watching right now. I actually yesterday I told Cheddar Bob, I was like, the song Dreamer from Supertramp, I've changed the words to it, and it's now Streamer, nothing but a streamer. Can you get
I like it.
Can you get your hands in your plane? Oh no, rather than hands in your head, hands in your plane. Oh no. All right, now I'm gonna stop singing because the views are going down. No. Flying better with Toby. Everything working. Hey, yay! No, I haven't installed it, but I opened it up. So after this flight, I'll be putting it up and then checking it out. But yeah, and I know iRacing's not supported, but I'm gonna test it out in a practice session, see if it works with triple monitors. But on Monday night and then all next week, I'll be definitely using it. Yeah, and yeah, like I told you, Miss Nice is I'm gonna plan the flight from Aslan to Leipzig, and then I was like, okay, DHL, because I was trying to do research. Okay, from Leipzig, they'll go to Toronto, but no, DHL. Their big sorting facility is in Hamilton, Ontario, which is just west of Toronto. So I'll try to do that flight. I don't know if I can do it in this plane, or I'll just have to go up to the 780. We have 787 cargo. Might have to do it in that, and then go Hamilton to Halifax. So I'll probably have to do it in like 3 streams, because Leipzig to Hamilton will be 7-8 hours, something like that. But it's nice. I'm like looking at this screen right now, and then I can control the do my flight plan rather than going back into the cockpit to do that. I'm liking this. Yeah, and actually, Leipzig, I've got a payware scenery for Leipzig, so it actually has DHL logos and everything, and that hub at the airport. I went there to take a look at it a couple of months ago. But I had the Microsoft installed and the payware, so the two conflicted, so it really didn't look the best, like because it was mixing the two together. So I've since got rid of the Microsoft one, just kept the payware. Let's go to Snoopy the whale. Let's go back up to the cockpit here. I keep forgetting that the barometer. Oh. Yeah, Joe, I have no clue what just happened. I pressed the barometer to put it to standard, and then now it's just honking at me.
Oh, it should stop honking. So you change the barometer, and once it gets to the correct altitude.
Okay.
Is it? I can't see if you're descending or not right now.
No, it's pretty much holding.
Why is it still flash? Pull it down. Pull the switch down. You know, that barometer switch. Click down on it.
There. Because I clicked on the master warning. It didn't do it at first. Ross Levon, thanks for the sub. Yeah, now it's going up. Going up to 380. Your flight plan, 36? 360?
38.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, so if I had the eye tracker installed right now, I'd be able to take a look on my side, like without having to touch the.
There is a little payware app that you use your phone and you set it in front of your monitor, and it does kind of the same thing. Did you ever try it?
Not the
like
payware.
$10.
Yeah, but not the payware. There's a open source, and that's where I then started to look, was because the camera, the way that I have to position my camera sometimes is slightly off. So it picked up my face even though it didn't see it all. But but what it happens is that camera, like I'd be using this camera that I'm looking at right now, and then using that app, but then I wouldn't be able to stream with this camera. So because the camera can only do one function at a time, it can't do two things. So then that's where I was like, okay, I need to look, and then I saw the Tobii eye tracker, so I was like, okay, I need to get this. So sometimes free stuff is good, but sometimes you just sometimes you're just better off to pay. It's less headaches and stuff because I have to move my camera around when I'm racing. My camera's not up this high because I'm sitting lower than what I am right now. And it would be the same thing if I was like trucking or farming simulator or something like that.
Yeah, well, hopefully this thing will actually be, it looks high quality, so hopefully it is. Yeah,
because Tobii's like known in the medical field for eye tracking stuff. So and then the technology brought over to gaming. Right, Miss Nice? Let's go to...
Now we're direct to Iowa City. Crossing over lovely central Illinois.
Oh yeah, IOW.
Mm-hmm.
165 miles. Yeah, head tracking sounds more appealing than eye tracking for some reason, but I look forward to your... Yeah, but the thing is it will do both, head tracking and eye tracking. And you can turn one off. Because I was watching a goofball the other day. Let's do a time lapse of Leipzig flight on Monday and promote it on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Do Iceland to Leipzig, and then I'll do it as a time lapse. And then yeah, we can figure something out. Yeah, I was watching Goofball. He was in American Truck Simulator, and he just had the head tracking on for that, so that when his movement right or left, so that you can see the mirrors on the side, but like he didn't have the moving in and out on. But he says in other games he has the eye tracking and the head tracking. But that versus VR, for me, I'm not a VR guy, and wanting to like. Plus, it'd be boring for you guys to see, anyways. to look at me with the what was that guy's name on Star Trek? It's pretty much. He had like the VR of the future or whatever, or of the past. Not Spock, definitely not Spock, but I think he was in the Next Generation, Star Trek Next Generation. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but I'm not like a Star Trek geek, so but I definitely watched it as a kid. Yeah, but, and just thinking of the Iceland to Leipzig is the different camera angles also. Got some ideas for that. I'll get working on that over the weekend. Once you're on the VR track, you never go back, Jack. Yeah, because I think a few years ago I tried the not the Odyssey. No, it was a cheap one from HP. It was like $150 or whatever. My brother bought it, and I was over at his place, and I remember getting into a Ferrari in iRacing, and you got like a butterfly wheel, but his wheel's a round wheel. But while I was wearing it, I felt like if I was actually driving the butterfly wheel and not a round wheel. Like it just, like, yes, you got that immersion, but it was very hard for me to see. Like, resolution wasn't the best on it, and after a while, like, it doesn't take long, but like after a while, your eyes are like my face was getting hot. But that was a few years ago. But now it's like I'd rather be able to see all my screens and be able to just have something track my head or eyes in this case, or both, to be able to do functions that I like, looking out like in Truck Simulator, seeing the mirrors, flying, being able to move around in the cockpit with that. Trent, Jordy LaForge was blind. Jordy LaForge. Is that the guy on Star Trek? Yeah, I don't know the name. Oh, someone's enjoying their Kodiak. 879 feet. You paid all that money to go to Ksan and never tried out the VR tech. Give it a try the next. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, because I remember the FS Expo. There was like this a semi sphere that you sat in, and I'm like, what the? This guy's got like a spaceship. Like as if I'll ever get that in my house. Yeah, he wore on the next generation. Okay. Geordie LaForge is that the actor or the character's name? But yeah. Where are we at? We've got 123.
We're over like central West Illinois, headed towards the Iowa City VOR.
Okay, and I see at OP, it's got me at flight level 240.
Yes. So do you know how to kind of draw a top of descent ring on your MCDU?
Nope.
Well, do you want to try?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go back to the cockpit so I can see it. You mean on the PFD, but through the MCDU?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
so you go down and click the. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll keep the PFD screen on, but I'll use the MCDU.
Exactly. So you go to the MCDU and you go to your flight plan.
Okay.
And click the top left side key. And then you'll see on the right top, it'll say fix info. Do you see that?
Fix info.
And then type in OOPEE, OOPEE, and put it in the top line there.
Okay.
And then it has two blanks there. One's rad and one's something else, I forget. But you want to do, so if we're at 38,000, we want to be at 24, right? That's 14,000 times 3 is 42 miles plus, like, I always give it a little extra, so 45 miles. So put 45 into, not the one that says rad, the one that says distance or radius. Excuse me. Let me check my...
radial? Or, yeah, radius.
Yeah. Paste 45 into radius.
Radius. Okay.
Now, if you zoom out, not on your PFD, like the mileage, so go to a wider view, you'll see that circle on your flight plan now.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. See it now.
So that's like a visual reminder, hey, my top of descent is coming up.
Okay.
Right when you hit that blue line, it's roughly the same. You can double check it by going to the EFB and doing the calculator if you are interested.
EFB, top of descent.
Yeah, you sync your current altitude and then type in your target altitude.
5,000?
And it 24,000.
Oh yeah, 24,000.
And that gives you the value you can paste into that fixed page too. If you don't feel like doing math.
But and it says 44, which is what we put in, right?
Yeah, we put in 45, but close enough.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how you do that.
Sweet.
Kind of a workaround until we get our VNav.
Yeah.
So sometimes after I type in the EFB, I have to remember to click on the EFB again, or else I can't do anything else in the cockpit.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate it is, but this snow cover that they've added that we're coming up on is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I don't know how they get that data.
Because that snow covered, you can see where the line is.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get the Rex Accu season going, but I guess there was an update, so I just updated, but I ended up starting the sim before being able to get it. Because what that does is it just changes the your files, so like the trees and stuff. Like in the fall, there'll be like colorful kind of stuff. Winter, there's like nothing on there. But I've seen it sometimes, like the trees don't look the best, but
yeah. I've never used it.
Yeah, well, because I looked at the manual, and the manual talked about how you needed to be in the simulator, blah, blah, and I'm like, I asked the dev, I'm like, how can you be in the sim? It's not going to change it while you're in the sim. You have to be out, because it changes the files so that when you initiate the EXE, you'll load that, because I thought it was going to be like Rex Weather where, you can inject this stuff.
Yeah.
But no. And I haven't really tested it out to see, okay, if I use the same file, if I go like up in Canada or, northern US, you got snow. But then if you go down to Arizona, and then if you go down to like Brazil, what does it look like? And then if you go to Australia, it should be snow. It should be like vibrant colors at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weather in this sim has always been good enough for me.
Yeah. And like
it's frustrating when it doesn't work, when it's just clear all the time, but it not so much as it used to be.
Yeah,
it doesn't do that.
And I know it's still a top 10 wish list to have open up the weather, to have an API, but there's a terrain API that's opening up, and so someone read into that and they're like, oh yeah, the weather, devs are going to be able to change the weather and stuff. It's like, no, read number 7. It says explicitly not planned. It's not gonna happen.
Right. And the developer Q&A, they talked about it. I mean, they invented that. That's their their intellectual property.
And they've said it in the past that the weather, we're gonna take care of the weather. The weather's gonna, we're gonna make it the best. We think that we can make the best, but then sometimes you're like, why don't you just open it up to others? But the thing is with opening up to others, this way, when they control it, everyone that's using live weather has the same weather. While if you open it up, well then, your buddy might have completely different weather. And when you get into stuff like what's it called there, VATSIM. Yeah. Well, everyone needs to be on live weather, the same weather, because then, or else your barometer reading's going to be completely different, one person to the other.
And yeah. Different headwinds and stuff like that would make it hard.
Yeah, like the clouds. the clouds in the distance, and then you got that snow covered, and then you got like snow patches.
Mm-hmm. Coming up on the Mississippi here. I am. You're right behind me.
Oh yeah, no, I was looking at the Navigraph, so it wasn't following me.
Atlanta's got good map, which I like, just to see where you are in the world.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at Valenta. Open up Valenta. Well, it's open, but it was hiding.
You see those? You'll see cameras on the map, and that's screenshots from different users.
Yeah, because I see your screenshot from. Oh no, that's not yours. That's someone else's. Roll flot 11 minutes ago. But I can see we're pretty much. It's showing you as just slightly behind me.
It'll. Yeah.
Can you have it?
It's close enough.
Can you have it that it follows you?
Yes.
Map setting?
No, when you go to your flight plan, there's a little arrow icon like in the top right corner, like a compass.
Oh yes, okay, follow flight. So I can follow my own flight or I can follow you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here, this isn't the world's best screenshot, but just to show you, I'll drop this on. I just took it. It takes a second to pop up.
Okay.
But you might see it on your screens in the next 10 seconds or so. The other neat thing that I don't use that much is you can really zoom in on airports, and all the taxiways are labeled, so you can kind of use it as a moving chart if you don't have Navigraph.
Okay, yeah, because I see they're using like looks like Sky Vector.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. And if you click on an airport, you can get the MEDAR.
Okay. Yeah, there's the Mississippi right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. After we talked last week, Airstead Jean-Francois, he was like eager. I want the code. I want the code. So I gave him the code.
What code was that? Sorry.
For the Toby eye tracker.
Oh, good.
Because he's been looking at it to buy at the end of next month, but he says now that it's the code's working with the discount, so he's looking to maybe even get it sooner.
Nice.
So let's go to the outside.
I also use Volanta a lot for VATSIM, just to see who's online, if you feel like flying VATSIM.
Yeah, I
give you the frequency and everything.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back on VATSIM. Like, it's been a while. I think I would then put in my notes that I'm a newbie, because you know, going without it for like a few months, yeah, pretty much a newbie. Especially if they tell me like do a circle around or do a holding pattern. Never done it. Yeah, this is crazy. And because like in an X-plane, you would see this as like squares. This you can sort of see the defined area where the snow covered is, but it's not squares and stuff.
It looks very real.
Yeah. Quad City's off to the right. Let's go to. Oh yeah, okay. That's Quad Cities, Davenport, Rock Island, Bedford, and Moline.
Pretty area.
Yeah. Okay, because we're really not that far west of Chicago right now. Where we
I
started.
always forget. What's your major city that you live close to?
I'm in Halifax.
You're in Halifax.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to see it someday.
Yeah, well, you've flown around here a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just mean like in real life.
Oh yeah, in real life.
Seems like a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of tourists? In the summer?
Yeah, like obviously before COVID, it was like lots of tourists, but now since COVID, the housing value, the price is just like skyrocketing. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Same here.
I haven't doubled the value of my house yet, but I'm like
Looking good.
I'm like almost at like 50% in 3 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, because I've seen some posts on like Facebook about next generation can't buy houses because the wages have stayed the same, but the housing values have skyrocketed. So you know, if housing was like 100,000 like 10 years ago, and now it's at 500,000, and then the pay's the same or roughly the same. But yeah, it's mostly because people know, like they understand that you've got the ocean right here, and even like wherever you are in Nova Scotia, like the ocean is like within a 2-hour drive. You're at the ocean, or like your Bay of Fundy or Gulf of St. Lawrence. But so people are moving here in droves. Like one of my old co-workers, he actually moved across the street from me. It's semis. So the semis, it's pretty much like my house times 2, but then they have like the 2 houses together.
Oh yeah,
So,
we call that a duplex.
Yeah, because for us, duplex would be one on top of each other rather than side by side. But so he bought, I think about 360. That would have been, I think a year ago last fall. So a year ago last fall, he bought at 360. And then a year ago, about this time, across the street, she sold for 420. And it's the same, like she's just like the same side of the house, but just one semi down. at 420, and then there's a semi right beside me, and they're the unit on the further side is right on the corner. Well, that's sold for 450. I'm like, what? And it's family from Ontario. They moved out here, and it's because you have very little people, like not a lot of people selling, and then those coming out of province coming in, it just the price just shoots right up.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just crazy.
People are realizing they can pretty much work from anywhere now. So why not be in the place that you want to be?
Yeah.
Instead of by your office.
Yeah. So then he and like, yeah, my property taxes. Well, the property tax, the value is capped, but they tell you what the value is, and then they give you your cap value. And I'm up, like, just based off of that, the property tax assessment is up like almost like 40 grand. But wow. I know I can sell above that.
Yeah, and it can't go higher than the cap, or does it readjust?
So like, it's a base percentage from the previous year. So but the actual assessment is for 40 grand more, but it's capped at yeah, because I think we bought at 285, 290. Assessment is I think 340, and I think 315 is the capped amount. So and I think we could probably, because it's, you got like a shed, you got a standalone,
your own yard.
Yeah, your own yard. I think we can probably go between 450. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad that we bought what we did.
Yeah.
Cedar. Oh yeah, I gotta.
Can people deduct rent up in Canada against their income?
Rent
payments.
Rent payments. No. The rent payment if you're a small business, like if.
Yeah. Not a home though.
No, and home you can't do the mortgage. You can do the interest on the mortgage, and then all of yours. Well, that's if you're a small business.
Oh.
But yeah, and it's all, when you're a small business, it's all proportionate to your office size in the house. We got that. We got 204. Let's go back.
I got about 30 minutes left in flight. Ish.
Yeah.
Be a little longer than that because we're slowing down. So I just did this approach yesterday or the day before, and it's pretty good about complying with the altitude restrictions on its own.
Okay.
But you gotta watch that speed, because if the next waypoint has a speed constraint, it'll stay there. But if the one following that doesn't, it'll speed back up. So kind of want to just keep your eye on your speed on the descent.
Okay.
I'm about 50 miles away from top of descent.
I'm thinking 22. Cause does it tell you how far you're from the fix?
From the fix, yeah, on your, well,
Because I see a
cumulatively, if you add it. But you want to start descending at that blue line that we drew, the blue circle, when you cross that edge.
Because I see a minus 22 and then like a diamond.
That is, that's your TCAS. That's another plane, and it's 2,200 feet below us.
Okay. Eric, having so many issues lately with the fly-by-wire mod. It either takes forever to load or just upright just crashes. Huh. Are you on experimental development or stable? Maybe just try stable, see if that works. Have I abandoned the CRJ? No. It was like I wanted to get into this. So I know there was so many improvements on the experimental, so I want to check it out. CRJ. Next week I'll probably do a CRJ. I want to go back in the Twin Otter because there's been the update on that with the sounds. Also the Kodiak. Try to simply delete. A stable version never loads, huh?
So I was telling him to do just go into his community, delete the fly-by-wire folder, and then do a clean install. That's what the first step they would tell you in their Discord if you're having that problem.
Yeah, definitely try that out.
And hopefully you'll get a good install this time. Mine's been relatively stable, knock on wood.
Yeah. To be fair, I've used the installer to install the mod, but I'll try. Okay. TNCS, is that TNCS? What's that place we've got from Fuel there? I was thinking of Twin Otter down, I forget what it's called, right off of Puerto Rico. Yeah, NZ, the Auckland. Yeah, definitely want to go back. Want to go back there to check out the VDGS. Lots of flying. 3 streams a day. No, maybe I'll just stream 24/7. So then, if I'm like, I would just do like a flight Auckland to like Perth, and while I'm like at cruising altitude, just go sleep. Could always do that. Get it to altitude, got like 6 hours to kill. You go, you do work or whatever.
I always trick myself into doing that.
Yeah, and then it never happens.
Yeah, I end up messing around with the flight sim too much. That's one bad thing about working at home if you have flight simulator.
Yeah.
It's always there tempting.
Well, because like I always find like I'm like, okay, like I got these 4 videos I wanna get out. Well, I get like filming on like 2 of them, and then all of a sudden like I'm then wandering off to look at like new airplanes or something, or something in
me both.
iRacing, or yeah. It is tough when you're working at home and you're also working for yourself. If you're working for someone else, it's a little easier to not get distracted because you obviously have to show something to your employer.
Right.
But when you're on your own, you can be like, I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow night or something.
Absolutely.
I just have to give it to the client at whatever time, Yeah. Very tough.
It's a recipe for great procrastination.
Yeah. I am the great procrastinator. Oh, I wonder. I'll take a look at this later on tonight, but I wonder that because there's a way that I can take off the Tobii eye tracker if I wanted to then look at chat or something, because I wouldn't want the screen to turn left when I want to read chat. So map a button to the controller to the yoke so I can press that and do it. I don't know. I'll test it out or see if I can do that. Should be.
Did you put in your destination data yet?
It's asking for that.
Yeah. Do you want it? I have it handy.
Sure. Look on the destination.
Perf. No, you click on perf.
Okay, perf.
And then go to
Next.
approach phase.
Okay.
And then QNH is 30.33.
0.33.
And the temperature is minus 12. Winds are 260 at 6.
0.6.
Yep. And on the barrow field on the right, it's 923 for our approach, and I'm at my top of descent.
Yep.
Seatbelts on.
Seatbelt.
And then we're going down to 24,000.
$24,000.
I love the sound on the outside view of it when the engines spool down.
Let's see. Yeah, you can start seeing the plane flattening out.
Yep.
TNs.
Wonder if there's any update from PMDG today. We're hoping for some videos before the end of this week.
Oh, I did see a video for the Concorde.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll have to check that out.
That oh yeah. The engine's pretty much cutting out. Slowing down.
goes to idle. So you see if right now, if you dial your altitude below 24,000, you'll see it'll stop at 24,000 no matter what because of that constraint.
Okay.
And it turns magenta below your altitude readout to tell you that it's gonna be constrained. So
Marsh.
you could actually set it to the waypoint in front of it.
Okay, so I can set it to 16?
Sure, I just wanted to show you that it's kind of working in some respects. If it really had VNAV, like the TOLUS and X-Plane, you would just set your initial approach altitude and it would manage the descent all on its own.
But do I do 16,000 and manage or select?
Yeah, you can do it in managed, and what it'll do it won't go below 24,000 at UB.
Okay.
But once it passes UB, it'll let you then go down to the next constraint.
Marsh says, he said, glad to see Southwest Airlines' new CEO has opted for fleet diversification. Guess he got fed up with the Maxes.
I flew on one of their Maxes though, and it was really nice. Big windows, fresh air.
And you're a Alaska fan. Alaska Airlines?
I am, yeah. But I don't do that virtual airline anymore. I switched over to Walker Virtual Airlines.
Okay, more
It's really nice.
diverse.
Yeah, and better system,
Okay.
and you can fly basically anywhere you want. Or you can do cargo or scheduled or charters. Kind of a cool little add-on to the game. The sim. So when we get to the end of the star, you might still, I don't know if you took it out, you might still have a discontinuity
I think
that you'll need
I got rid of
to
it.
deal with. Okay. One way or the other.
You get an alarm.
You have an alarm?
No, Steven says you get an alarm. Get an alarm when the. Not sure what the context is. I forget what I just said. It's not easy. It's complicated. Why is there an alarm when it meets the constraint?
Not on mine.
No.
I mean, visual indications on the PFD. So right now I've leveled off at 24,000 right before it would be. And then after I pass it, it should start descending again to 16. I'll keep an eye on it though.
If you said if you set autopilot, you go below 24,000, you get an alarm question.
No, I don't, not a audio alarm at least. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Because alright, I'll be right back. Gotta go check up on my wife. You get these
You might
boosts
want to do an open descent down to 16 then, so you don't.
open, meaning select.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, because when you get these booster shots,
I know.
it
Not
like,
feeling
kills
too
you.
well.
Yeah. All right, I gotta figure out what's going on up there. Be right back. He says no autopilot alarm should be able to set when changing heading. I'm not too sure if you can do that. If you can on that plane. Yeah, I'm not sure. Where are we?
Probably need to descend and set your altimeter to 30.33.
30.33.
If you're high, you can throw out half your speed brakes to help you get slowed down and down. I guess you're only supposed to do half speed brakes if you're in autopilot.
Okay. Yeah, I had to stop the passenger from doing the Squawk 7500 hijacking. He really wanted to come downstairs, and I'm like, no.
Aw.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
He'll be 3 next month.
Oh wow!
On the 1st.
I forgot he was so little.
Yeah, March 1st. I'm puking in the cabin. It's 3,500 per minute. Oh, 9,000. Ooh, good thing there is one discontinuity left.
Yeah. After Hampton.
Yeah.
Hampton.
Yeah, and then Deblum, there's a decel.
Yeah, so that starts bringing you down to your final approach speed
Okay.
that we got by putting in the arrival data. Once you pass that, if you put it in managed mode, it will start decelerating itself, and then you just have to put the flaps down at the appropriate times.
ILS 30.
If you leave it in managed speed mode, the problem you might have is after Deblum, the plane might try to speed up to 250 knots before it hits that decel point.
Okay.
So I would put it into I forget the word. Not manage.
Select.
Where you selected mode, yeah. Once it gets to 210, then just put it in selected at 210 until you hit that D. And then you can go back into managed. Again, these are all workarounds until they get this thing dialed in.
Yeah, I can now see your actual plane. It's not just your name.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah.
A little too close for real life, but that's why we fly in a sim.
Yeah. Hey, thanks Airstud for the super chat. Thanks a lot.
Nice.
Pilatus Porter style Ryanair landing in a Southwest Formula One style taxi. go for the Infecta. All right, so I'm just touching 7,000.
Could slow down to 210 on its own, and then I would put it in selected at 210 until you get to decel.
Okay, yeah, and at 210 I can do flap 1.
Yep. Then basically each one of those little orange marks on the speed tape lets you bring it down another notch of flaps, which helps to slow it down after that decel point.
What was that? For the speed?
Each one of those little orange notches on the speed tape
Yep.
is another, flap step, I think.
Okay.
That's like the maximum speed you can do it. So you might get a TCAS warning up here, just so you know, but it won't actually take action to avoid.
Yeah, when I got to decel, it actually went up to 250. Cause I didn't make that switch, but I'm gonna make the switch now to 210.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so what you were saying was, that was spot on.
I've been flying this a lot lately. Just biding my days until the PMDG or the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're right in front of me, like 50 feet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Your speed brakes are still out, by the way. Look behind you, outside.
Yeah, right there.
I'm gonna slow down a bit. gosh.
No. No.
What?
CTD.
Oh my gosh.
That's twice. Like, Microsoft doesn't want me to
man.
land. That sucks. Yeah. I guess we'll leave it like that then. My wife will be happy. I can go take care of the kids. They're like,
What a bummer.
yeah. Because when I got up there, I don't know, he went into the fridge, he got that big jug of milk. There's milk all over the floor in the kitchen. And he's like pouring it into a glass and then into another container and another. And he's got like chippets, like chocolate chips all over. I'm like, oh, man. And she's not feeling good, and he's doing all this mess. Yeah. Fiddlesticks. Span on Joe and land manually. Spawn on Joe and I don't know. Well,
Sounds gross.
yeah, you might land before you can even get Flight Simulator back up. You can't leave your basement until you give us a Ryanair landing. Cheddar Bob's like, have a good night. Yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. Sorry, but my planes don't land today. But yeah, thanks for the super chat, Airstud, and then for everyone else showing up. And thanks again to the Toby Gaming for sending me the eye tracker, and we'll get this set up for next week, and hopefully Asobo and Microsoft, you get rid of my CTDs for me, please. All I want for Christmas is no CTDs. All right, yeah, I'm gonna cut it at this point because by the time I get in, Joe will be landed. I don't want to send him in a holding pattern either. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the flight.
Yeah, and happy flying.
That was fun.
Yeah, so yeah, it was until this point.